I always love the discussions when I hear guys talking about, oh, you got to go ahead and play the dogs. The dogs are the way to go. Always bet the dogs. Bet the Monday night dog, too. And then, of course, you have the other camp, those that are just telling you, no, guys, you got to be betting the favorites. Look for those chalk eaters. That's the way you make money. Be selective. Bet the favorites. Well, the fact is, as I've told you repeatedly, everything is cyclical. Look at the first 4 weeks of the NFL season. Now, week number 1, a time that historically I've always personally found is time to play favorites. Well, that wasn't the case 4 weeks ago because the dogs certainly had their day. And in week number 2, the dogs again cashed like crazy with so many of the big public favorites going down. Sportsbooks made a fortune in week number 2 here in Vegas. But you saw in week number 3, that was 2 Sundays ago, where the tide started to turn, and the favorites more than held their own. In fact, for the first time this season, they had a 2-game advantage in the Sunday games. And then yesterday, favorites 7-4 against the spread. Best performance so far. And you had some overwhelming blowouts. Now, it is interesting also to note that in the first 3 weeks of the season, Thursday night favorites playing at home, all won by double-digit margins. Of course, you saw what happened this Thursday. The Giants, the road dog, they went outright by double digits. Yesterday, as I've told you repeatedly, if you're going to play a dog in the NFL, it just seems to me that if the dog is your best bet, if you want to make a smaller little wager on that dog on the money line, why not? Because generally speaking, dogs just don't cover. They win the game outright. You had 4 dogs yesterday getting the job done. All 4 puppies won outright again. So it's just something for you to consider. I think it was 4 out of 6 the prior Sunday. You had the Thursday night dog coming in as well, winning outright. So the dogs that have won and covered are 5-0 straight up and against the spread so far this week. So it was a very nice week here for the majority of the handicappers. In fact, yesterday, I believe every single handicapper that I offered you a discount selection from, they all cashed in. Craig Davis, coming off back-to-back 100-dime weekend winners, gave you Maryland outright at Indiana on Saturday, 100-dime winner yesterday, scoring with the Vikings, a 4-point dog, 41-28 over Atlanta. Remember, his 100-dimer the week before was Kansas City, a 6.5-point road dog, winning outright at Miami. Shawn Michaels hit his one and only Sunday night total of the year. It was a sweat, but the Saints and the Cowboys certainly got over the posted price, a winner that you got for just $14. And Trace Adams continued his red-hot roll as well. Of course, on Thursday night, you got for $22, I believe it was, his winner on UCLA over Arizona State. Of course, on Saturday, he hit the second ever 2,500-star college football release of his entire career, scoring big with Washington State, the road dog, winning outright at Utah. And then he came right back yesterday. And who the hell? You know what, guys? I cannot remember who the hell Trace Adams had yesterday. So I got to look it up just like you. Let me just scroll down his page. Who the hell was it? I know it was a big favorite. Oh, yes, because he and I were both in the Colts yesterday. That's what he had. Another play that you got at a huge discounted price. So all 3 of the big discounted side selections or plays came in yesterday. So congratulations to them. Let's talk about tonight. We've got Kansas City and New England. I'm going to break down the game for you and give you a total selection in just a moment. Listen, for the big discounted play today, I wanted to turn to Steve Buden's Cali Cartel crew. Now, they were his number 1 college football crew a year ago. Yes, college football, I did say. And so far this year, they're off to a perfect 3-0 start with college football 50-dime releases, cashing each of the past 3 Saturdays. This past weekend, it was Temple in revenge, getting the job done as a 7-point chalk, 36-10 at Connecticut. Now, yesterday, they came out with their first NFL release, a 59 play, and it was Miami in the blowout of the Oakland Raiders. Well, today, not only are they going for their 5th winner in a row to start this football season, college and pro combined, but their one and only 100-dime Monday night game of the year. I'm sorry, Monday night mismatch of the year is what they're calling it. The Patriots Chiefs side selection, and you can get it for over half price off. Save $60 by using the code STEVE. Steve Buden. Steve, his first name, Steve, will save you $60 and you get it over half price off. Little heads up for you. Gabriel Dupont, who's been on a nice little roll here, he has an 80-dime play, his second biggest NFL play of the season, on the same side as Buden's Cali Cartel crew, and Dupont has won 8 of the past 11 days. But Craig Davis, who cashed in with those back-to-back 100-dime plays and is on a nice little roll himself, Craig Davis winning 17 of the past 26 days. He is on the opposite side tonight. Much smaller play than Buden's crew, much smaller play than DuPont, but I like to give you a little heads up when I can. So he's on the opposite side. Now, in terms of your total, yesterday I told you that Shawn Michaels, no ifs, ands, or but, has been the winningest football handicapper at this site over the past 5 years, and he proved his mettle once more, winning for you last night. Well, the hottest football handicapper right now, we're talking right this moment in time, this month of September, it's Anthony Red. He's going for football winner number 17 out of 22 tonight. You save $85. You get his 50-dime winner number 4 in a row. His Monday night total of the month, the Chiefs Patriots over under, which means you get it for $14 by using coupon code RED14. That's REDD 14. You've gotten, let's see, what has he done? The last 22 days, he's been $10 bettors over $5,300. 10 times in that 22-day stretch, you've gotten his plays at discounted prices, including yesterday's winner on the 49ers, which you got for just $29, a savings of $80 off the regular price. And tonight you get his total, $14. By the way, Trace Adams, who I just told you about at the outset of this report. Trace has a big raise the bar 1,500 star play on this particular contest tonight on the total. He is on the same over-under side, which sounds so weird to say that, but he's got the same over-under pick as A-Red, okay? So there's your heads up there. And it's just as strong as his winner on the Colts yesterday, just as strong as his winner on UCLA on Thursday night. As for me, yesterday, easy winner on the Colts. So no complaints from yours truly there. Also hit 2 out of 3 with the comp plays, giving you winners now on yesterday, the Dolphins and the Chargers. Wrong side of Minnesota, Atlanta, but hey, you can't have everything. If you're a 4-0 sweep with free picks on Saturday, a 2-0 sweep on Friday, 42 and 21 free pick roll going into this contest tonight. Now, I got to be honest with you, and I'm a guy who's won 27 of the last 38 days, right? I rate my plays 5, 10, and 15 dimes, 99% of the time. 10 dime plays, just like yesterday's winner in the Colts 2 Sundays ago with the Saints over Minnesota. I've won 19 out of 23. I only have a 5 dime play tonight. That's my first 5 dime release in any sport in the past 6 weeks. I like the game a little tonight, but I'm not enthralled with the game tonight. So it's not one that I'm going to go crazy on because, hell, we got the baseball playoffs coming up, and I can make more money there too. Let me talk about the contest. I think it's interesting because, people look at the Patriots and they go, oh, it's Patriots, Bill Belichick, it's Tom Brady. I'm sorry. These are not the Patriots of 5 years ago, okay? This is an average pedestrian team that has a future Hall of Famer quarterback. This is a team that has some serious problems along the offensive line and defensive line. This is a team that has allowed Tom Brady, already the offensive line, to be sacked 7 times. He has been hurried 30 times in 3 games. And it's not like they're playing stellar competition. I mean, look what happened in their road opener, their season opener at Miami. They opened up the lead, and the Dolphins came back and crunched them, okay? Then they beat up Minnesota, thanks to Matt Castle throwing 17 interceptions, the former Patriot. And, of course, the Vikings were without Adrian Peterson as well. And then they took care of business, struggling to a win, not even coming close to covering last week at home against the Oakland Raiders. So it's not like they are playing the 49ers and the Seahawks and the Broncos week after week here, okay? At the same time, you got a Kansas City Chiefs team that opened up by losing at home to the Tennessee Titans. Those are the same Tennessee Titans that I went against yesterday. The same Tennessee Titans that were blown out the week before by the Dallas Cowboys. Go figure. This is a Kansas City team that, much like the Patriots, has an offensive line that affords their quarterback no protection. Alex Smith has already been sacked 11 times in 3 games. You have a defensive line for the Patriots that just doesn't generate much in terms of the pass rush. Now, despite all the injuries, Kansas City's pass rush has been productive, 9 sacks in 3 games, but the Kansas City secondary has been beaten up because of injuries, and in fact, their best performer back there, safety Eric Berry, is going to miss a 2nd consecutive game here tonight. So what does all that mean in terms of the total tonight? Well, you got your total, and I think you got to look at the under. Now, normally, and I think the public will get lured into playing the over, but normally, you'd expect the Patriots to move up and down the field. I just don't see that happening here tonight. I go back to what the Kansas City Chiefs did 2 weeks ago when they went to Denver. Now, did Peyton Manning have a very big game in that one? Yes, he did. I mean, he was like 22 of 25 or 21 of 26 in the game, threw for only 242 yards but 3 touchdowns. But it was a close competitive game because the Chiefs ran the ball efficiently. They kept Peyton Manning off the field with the ball control attack, and that has to be their plan here tonight. I got to think going into this. Okay, I don't think Andy Reid's going to come out and throw the ball 100 times in the first half. Although with Andy Reid, you never know what the hell you're going to get from that guy. But they stayed competitive and they stayed close, and they were in a position to steal a win at Denver on the final drive before subsequently losing 24-17. Now, Jamal Charles missed last week's game because of a high ankle sprain. He's expected to be back tonight. But listen, that guy that used to start for Arkansas, Niall Davis, he's run for almost 200-some yards in the past 2 games, 132 yards career high, and last week's road upset of the Miami Dolphins. You have a Patriots team that has a bevy of running backs, but you never know which one is going to get the call. Could it be Ridley? Who knows? But I just don't see this being a high-scoring game. I see this game being won by field position. I see both teams trying to establish the run here. I think both quarterbacks, Brady and Alex Smith, because they're playing behind leaking offensive lines, are going to struggle at times here tonight getting the passing games going. So I think that you take advantage of the public misconception about the Patriots games, that you're going to see these high-scoring shootouts, and you go ahead and you play this one under the posted price. So that'll do it, guys. Best of luck to you all, and I will catch you again tomorrow when we do this one more time, when we talk a little baseball playoffs.